was worth it for the adventure. We are going on a hike. This is apparently the best view that isn't the peak in Hong Kong, and it's supposedly really easy and accessible. From us, it's about a 30-minute trek. We're going to take a tram and then a bus to get kind of to the terminus station, and then we're going to go on a quick alleged 10-20-minute hike to go see this great view of the Red Incense Hill. We're on the tram now. It's I gotta say, we're getting used to taking the tram. It's my favorite if we can sit in the front and get the best view. We're just waiting for it to get going and take us towards Victoria Park so we can make the connection. So for the first time, we did get into trouble taking the minibus, the regular bus. I'm not really sure because we don't actually have octopus cards. When I Googled it, I was like, oh, if we just take the tram and a few other like MTRs, they just accept Visa Tap to Pay. So I wasn't really worried about it. But now we're just taking this like, I don't want to say like a more local, but it does seem like a more local bus. This one was the one we took, the 49M, and we're up here on something called Bramer Hill. When you're on the bus, first off, when you're on the bus shows you the speed that it's driving at. So you can see like in kilometers how fast the bus is going. And then when you want to get off, everybody was just yelling, bus stop, please, or like basi jam jaula, which means like bus stop leaving. And then the little boy would say like ngoy, so he would say like basi jam jaula ngoy. But then some other boys just said like basi jam, and then the bus also stopped. So I don't really know what the system is. I'm not sure if there's just no bell because there's definitely a bus stop. But then another woman was kind of like arguing with the bus driver, like, can you just let me off here, please? But obviously in Cantonese. And the bus driver literally just stopped on the side of the road to let her off the bus. So very interesting. We're pretty high up on a hill now, and we're gonna try to find the entry point to this trail so we can get a good view of Hong Kong. So weird, they have some areas that are paved and then some that are not, and we're pretty high up. So we're just guessing that some of it's paved because it has to be, but we don't really know. The hike itself really wasn't that difficult. We even think we took a wrong path, and it took like less than 15 minutes to get up here. Bunch of stairs at the start, and then some sort of paved, less paved, and a slight rocky kind of rooted uphill just to get up to the main rock area, but otherwise like pretty easy to get up to. I would say there was like some areas that had some like softer, dry, like mud on the top that made it slippery, but otherwise really, really easy to get to this view, and honestly not that busy considering how easy it is to get here. The big issue I think for us is that we didn't have octopus cards. So getting on that little minibus was a difficult thing. We just ended up paying in cash and just like tossed it into the machine, and there was like thankfully somebody on the bus who was very helpful and able to help us. 100% worth it. So on the way here, we took kind of the first path that we saw, but it wasn't, according to Google Maps, the correct path. I don't know. It's interesting that Google Maps even has hiking directions on Google Maps. So we're going to try the other way. When you come down from the big rocky area, there's sort of a T-junction. So we had originally come from the right. So this time we're going to go left. It's 126, and we'll see. The other path took us about 15 minutes. This one does look more direct, but it's definitely more woody. There's a lot more roots, rocks, and leaves on this path so far. And it really wasn't difficult to get here just with a bus and a tram. And look at this insane tree that I'm about to walk into. I'm curious what the ribbons mean or signify. There are a variety of colors of ribbon. This one is even like a safety tape ribbon. That alone I think might be worth taking this trail. But I gotta say, it's a lot more confusing about where to go. So it's been about 10 minutes. We're just deep now into the trees and we think we deviated off the path. And according to Google Maps, we're not even close to the second path that it had listed. So I don't recommend taking this one, that's for sure. Somehow we've reunited with these stairs, so we found the path that we probably originally should have been on. This used to be a trail, but it's really crumbling and falling apart, and it's not at all the Google Maps path that Google Maps originally said we should walk. So now I believe that it doesn't have the Hong Kong directions on Google Maps. I was like overly impressed, but I was wrong. There's a road! We are so close to Victoria Park. I cannot believe how much we have walked. You can see here where we started, where we got off the bus, and then this is the pin of where we are right now. And we've really gone on a quest, that's for sure. I will say we didn't have any money to take the minibus earlier. Like we ended up having to pay in cash, which was all the cash that we had. And so maybe this is a gift from the universe that we don't have to take the bus back down the hill. I definitely wouldn't want to walk this uphill, but being lost in Hong Kong hasn't been so bad walking only downhill.